In association with Official Wrestling comes A Few Good Marks podcast. And welcome to A Few Good Marks. I'm your host Kieran. I am joined by Alex,
Hiya,
Candy,
Hey.
Pete,
Full on gush.
and Willow. Such a knob.
Such a cunt.
You are what you eat.
And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for the first ever time newcomer Josh Hibbert.
Hello, everybody.
Josh, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having
Alex
me.
showing her
Thunderous boo.
appreciation. You were the one who just.
John Cena boo.
Because it can't be Roman Reigns anymore, can it?
Josh, as requested, as we asked for Alex when she joined, we have asked you to prepare your boys' stable because we're totally just robbing OSW's.
Fucking ready for this.
We're just robbing OSW's gimmick at this point. But fuck it, go ahead.
Hello. So I'm going to start off my top boy,
Or bottom boy.
bottom boy, if you will, Kazani.
Oh, good shout. Didn't he only have one match?
2, he was in a battle royal.
Oh,
I know the career of Kazani, Kieran. Just the shittest finisher.
I don't even remember it.
Exactly. You need to be a connoisseur of boys.
What was? I'm really kind of hoping it was sort of like a snap reverse DDT.
It was a DDT, but he rolled on his back. So he
that's
rolled
even
over,
worse.
but it was like a backward roll
That's
like we
even
do in
worse
training.
/ better.
It was
That's
great.
brilliant.
He beat MVP when he was doing that losing streak gimmick. It's great.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Big Zeke. Ezekiel Jackson. Especially Labour Day. Ezekiel Jackson just all in white. Like a Baptist priest.
Is he in a Lucha Underground now?
He is.
Is he?
Yeah. He's doing something.
He's doing lucha things. Literally.
Relic. Because he's
Relic.
backwards. Killer after his whole gimmick. I've been watching some.
Killer backwards.
Yeah.
Well done.
I watched,
Imagine basing a gimmick on just that.
I watched like Christmas Impact that he's on the other day, and like they must have mentioned it about 10 times in the like space of 5
I mean,
minutes.
to be fair, I based a gimmick like off oven mitt spelt backwards. So Tim Nevo, it was bad times. Go ahead.
Kevin Thorne.
Yeah.
The vampire.
Vampire, ECW vampire.
Yeah, it's the 6th.
Was that the manager with the huge
Ariel, yeah.
Does porn now?
Does she?
Fuck off. That's
Of all people, I'm not surprised that you know that.
I don't know that.
Look at it.
Why did you look down your penis when you were
He knows.
and then, it's the Boogeyman. He's got to.
It's a shared boy with Alex.
Yes, boy.
Shared boy with Alex.
Great.
Very well done. Welcome to the show.
Wagwan.
Thank you for having me.
So, to kick things off, we're gonna. There's not really been much that's happened between TLC and. Will you fucking stop it? Christ, on a bike.
Who's interrupting the podcast now? You.
Do you hear that sound?
Let it go quiet.
Do you hear that sound in the background? Anyway, there's not really been much that's happened in between TLC and Survivor Series. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable are now the Raw Tag Team Champions, because why the fuck not?
That has just come out of somewhere, nowhere, really.
I mean, it's apparently the tag teams. I haven't watched much wrestling or much Raw at all, but apparently this tag team's working and they've found like a nice niche together. But who knows?
Yeah, they have matching tights now.
It's just
And matching robes.
it's just consisted of Chad Gable wearing Bobby Roode's t-shirt every week.
Yeah.
That's it.
But there's that, and then
I like to think that Chad Gable
They're
is
the
Bobby
new tag
Roode's
team
son.
champions.
welcome into the conversation, Alex. We've been talking about this for like the last 2 minutes. Welcome to the conversation. Welcome to the podcast. Nice of you to show up.
But they lost him, and then
They haven't. No, they haven't.
they've only won him on Christmas Day.
No.
Christmas Day hasn't been
Day.
yet.
Hasn't been Christmas Day yet.
No, they won't.
Alex, they walked out with them.
Right.
Alex, we're recording this on the Wednesday. They walked out with those titles that Monday just gone.
No. Right.
Alex is on
drunk?
TikTok.
She may very well be.
I might
I hope
be
you've got-
smashing.
Uber drivers, watch out.
The what?
They won them last week.
It was last week, it wasn't this Monday just gone.
No, yeah, they won them last week. So they walked out with them this week, meaning
But I
that they've
thought-
already.
Can this just sum up Raw booking though? We don't know what week.
What's going on? What's going on? No one knows. Anyway, what are you trying to say?
I thought they won him on Christmas Day.
No, Rusev's
Well,
won.
considering it's currently the 19th of December, the Christmas Day hasn't happened yet.
Last year.
Yeah, but they've
They were a
recorded
tag team.
the
That's
shirt.
what I'm trying to.
No, they've already won the belts.
They
No,
won them.
they have already pre-recorded the Christmas Day version of Raw.
And they win.
Well, yes, but they've
They've
already
had them all. They've had them to
but
begin
they've
with.
already won the belts, so they will probably have retained.
They've retained the belts.
Okay.
Brilliant. Glad we sorted that
Pay
out.
attention to them so I don't like them.
Fantastic.
Great.
Speaking of something you do pay attention to, Cody and the Young Bucks have left Ring of Honor.
Hang on.
She needs a minute.
I need a minute.
Have you had your minute? Good.
No.
So,
I'm not.
yeah, so Cody and Ring of Honor,
Did anybody watch their match though?
No.
Sorry.
No.
this happens a lot. This happens.
Yeah, but did you see? I mean, alright, but Nick Jackson did an elbow drop.
You know that happened to Dwayne Johnson. You know he doesn't know.
But hang on. Through a table.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's never been done.
Mick
ever
Foley
before. It'll never be done
got through
since.
through a fucking cell.
Right.
Don't even start.
I ain't been funny, right? But if you just go and watch the match, then
You'll see him doing elbow
you'll
drop.
see him do an elbow drop, and it's an
Through a table?
exquisite elbow drop.
Does the
Is it
table
good as,
break?
like,
Does the
match
table
up?
break?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Wow, like I've never seen that spot before.
Oh, do you know what?
The elbow drop.
No, I can't even describe what happened.
He also did a punch.
You literally just described it in like exquisite
Probably went for a
detail.
pin as well at some point.
Oh, he didn't
Strenuous
do it. He
detail.
In like
didn't do an elbow
in like
drop.
5 words.
Oh, guys, newsflash! He didn't do a fucking elbow drop.
Turns out that was Shawn Michaels.
CM Punk, Kairi Sane,
He got pushed.
Randy
off the ladder.
Savage. You what?
Colin
He
Dilley.
got pushed off the ladder.
Oh wow. Anyway, Cody and the Young Bucks have left.
Christmas Day episode.
Oh, no, this is New Year's.
Ah, there you go. It was yeah, shocking. So Cody and the Young Bucks have left Ring of Honor. They're still doing New Japan dates as the Elite, and
They're leaving
they're
now.
looking. Yeah, well, they're starting up their own
Management,
company, aren't they?
Set of pricks, apparently.
They're setting up their own company, and it looks like All In is about to become a bit more
It's
permanent.
very hot.
They have like it's something that like they've
They've got like a backer, haven't they? Like the guy who owns like.
yeah, the guy who owns the
I
Jacksonville Jaguars
I heard it
and
was
Fulham
Ted
FC.
Turner. I hear he's
He's getting back in the
Well,
wrestling game.
like, if they do go through it could be like a proper contender. Like they've already filed trademarks like company names.
Yeah,
and shit,
and a
so
couple
it's
of
like,
show
mad.
things, which is cool. But it would be interesting to see who else they.
Jacksonville's owner. Didn't he just not buy Wembley?
Yes.
Yeah, he tried to buy
like,
Wembley.
so he's got money.
You know what?
It's like
He's got money
$5
to
billion.
spare.
Oh, you
I
have
don't want
$1 billion.
Wembley. I want Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, exactly. I want Cody Rhodes
It's
to
a strong
rival
investment
to make
Kenny,
a
really.
company. To I know, yeah, pretty true.
You get a dog with it.
True, yeah.
Don't get that with Wembley.
Brilliant.
You also get Brandy Rhodes though, so.
I hear she's a delightful woman.
She's got 2 very great assets.
Amazing.
She's got no
amazing.
personality though, so.
Amazing.
You can't ring it out.
So, moving on to TLC 2018.
Tender loving care.
Before
No
we
scrubs.
come on to that, we have the little matter of the predictions to go through. Because
Completely forgot what I predicted.
go away,
This is a
go away.
fix.
Have they been
Go away.
pre-recorded
We
for
are
next
in
week's
trouble.
So, from the bottom up, retaining the Virgil card of shame is Willow,
Yes, boy.
Yes, mate.
and joining him is Pete. Oh, the chat.
We can do it.
Yes, come in.
You sure?
I feel like
Go on. I'm so yeah.
That's what childbirth's gonna be like.
Splicey this.
Hang on.
That's what childbirth's gonna be like.
Put your
please.
finger on.
Splicey this.
Hang on.
Why do your beards like join together?
Don't stick your tongue out. Smile. Look proud.
Is Beanish John in his eyebrows?
Give me that fucking
Can you look
title
proud?
block.
Can
Give
you
me
look
that
proud,
title block.
please?
Proud dad. crap, Dad. That's
Pete, when you
that's
have
Pete's-
the kid,
that
can you
is,
recreate that?
that is Pierre's first Virgil card of shame
I feel like we
win.
should give this to you.
Straight after becoming his first ever title run. So you guys
On
both
the
got.
mighty have fallen.
Although to be fair, both you guys got 7, which is mightily impressive.
You Billy Gunned it.
So, in triple joint third,
Triple joint.
Try.
triple joint third
So everyone
Is
else came
So,
third.
jump
is
It's gonna be me.
Candy, Croft, and Josh with 8.
This is bullshit.
even watched it.
So in second place with 9 points, 9 correct things, 9 things, 9 correct things, correct predictions, is yours truly.
Oh.
Meaning-
Won again.
It's a fix.
And
Oh, it's such a fix, isn't it?
It's a
You mean-
fix.
You're such a cunt.
excuse me,
Fix.
I'm used to belts.
And retaining on
Pity you
her
can't-
own
Pity you can't use
the
one to hold your
predictions
bladder
title.
in. Just like
Ladies and gentlemen,
like stretch on.
Alex Cooper.
I'm called by my wrestling name.
Because we're not that much of a mark, are we?
Well,
There you go. There is your soul
I
title.
was lied to on the name of the
Well
show.
done. Round of applause for Alex. Very well done. Told you title.
Hang on.
Just for the Instagram. Fuck on. Keep it going.
Give it a rub rock. Do you want a fella?
Please.
George Clooney's
You have
just
such
looking over.
sweaty hands.
What's boiling in here?
It's not.
It's like 1,000 degrees.
It's a lovely
Try sitting next to geothermal.
Geothermal.
50 Kelvin.
So Croft still has his
That's
challenger's
very
right
cold.
briefcase.
No, it's
Should he wish to cast it in at the Royal
I'm
Rumble?
taking myself out of my belt.
Anyway, moving on to TLC. All right, you can stop now.
ready to get Carly.
You can stop now. So on to TLC 2018. Who did a show of hands? Who did and who didn't watch this?
I didn't
Well,
watch
everyone did.
It's been a long day. Hands, who did?
me. I didn't watch
All
all
of
the matches
2.
there.
Okay. Well, it's fine. Quality journalism from a few good marks here, folks. But we can talk about the implications of it anyway. So, first up on the pre-show was Buddy Murphy defending the Cruiserweight title against Cedric Alexander, and he retained. Good for him. I like Buddy Murphy.
So good.
None of you guys do this?
No, because I only started watching it like an hour in.
Yeah, I started
Brilliant.
watching.
We
So
don't
this
watch
is
it, we're
something
not
I did.
watching the pre-show.
This is something I did. Well, we might as well move on then if you don't want to do So this is moving swiftly on. The pre-show main event was Elias against Bobby Lashley in a ladder match where the guitar was suspended above the ring, and the first to receive it was declared the winner. Now this is this is so weird.
Man just passed out.
It's like an item on a pole match,
Guitar on a pole.
but it's a ladder match, and then like when you retrieve it, you win it, but then it's not like you don't
I
use
thought
it.
you could use it.
I thought that's what the
use it?
stipulation was.
Well, that's fucking
Triple H
shit.
I
I
think-
think do one with a sledgehammer.
I think that was the stipulation.
That was
Then when Kieran sent us the
something
card,
like
and then
that.
the
It said
next
that,
morning
didn't it?
we
Although that
looked
was
and it
Wikipedia.
had been changed. So.
damn you, Wikipedia, and your false information.
I don't think it's Wikipedia. I reckon it was WWE changing it, going, yeah, just pull it down and
It ran
just
over,
pull it
so
down
It
and
says
just
on there.
get the guitar down and you'll
Retrieve
win.
it's the winner.
yeah.
It says on there, retrieve it's the winner.
Yeah, I know.
Wikipedia is
Oh, so did you
There
just...
we
No, he lied last night.
The night before it said a guitar is suspended above the ring, and the first to retrieve it can use it as a weapon.
There you go. And as
So
we
I
see it
reckon-
now, it says ladder match. A guitar was suspended above the ring, and the first to retrieve it was declared the winner.
Yeah, I reckon
He
WWE
didn't.
changed
So
it.
WWE.
He probably
No,
ran
I think
over.
it was something like Elias retrieved it, so Elias won, but Bobby Lashley then used the guitar on Elias. So Elias
50-50
maintains his
booking.
heat, but the feud continues. So. On to the main show, and your first match was the finals of the mixed match challenge. The Fabulous Truth, Carmella and R-Truth against Mahalisha.
Oh, I like our Truth and Carmella, you know. I think it's funny.
Well, it's a good job that they
I like
fucking won that,
R-Truth.
isn't it?
Could you imagine
I
Jinder
think
Mahal being
that
another...
they've done it really
Right, no,
well.
this is right. I mean, yeah, they've done really well in Carmella and R-Truth. They've formed a really nice cohesive tag team, and they've gotten on really well. They've got a good dynamic together. What I think is funnier about this is that Carmella and R-Truth are now the number 30 entrant in the Rumbles, respectively. Like,
that really matter?
Carmella,
She won't
fair enough. Former women's champion, fair play.
First ever money.
R-Truth, however,
Number 30.
granted, R-Truth has won like the NWA World Heavyweight title like twice, but he's not really been relevant for the past couple of years. I really hope this is going to be one of them. Oh, but yeah, don't forget R-Truth's number 30. R-Truth's number 30 comes out and just gets instantly eliminated. I think it's
I think that
He comes out last and thinks he's
Rumble.
He comes out last, but in the women's rumble.
yeah.
Got a ladder.
that would be
Already got a
brilliant.
ladder.
I think that number 28 is like as soon as number 28 comes out, that's when you're like, oh, this person's gonna win.
Well, number 20
Because
technically
it's the
technically it's 20. It's 27. I know
Oh,
you
is
want
it?
to
You go by the numbers, which WWE does.
by the numbers, which they do every fucking year now.
I think they'll do like, when Santino a couple of years ago was like, it looked like he was going to eliminate Alberto Del Rio. I mean, they'll do something like that, and then it's like, oh, fuck off, Truth.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
I want my car truth that is funny.
Next up, we had the
If he
bar.
wins.
Sorry.
Just imagine if he wins.
Oh,
Truth versus Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
mate, he's
To be
fucking...
fair,
Quickest
if I was
match in
Brock Lesnar,
WrestleMania
I'd probably
history.
won that match because I wouldn't have to fucking do anything. It's like
It's not every
slap him with.
It's not every Brock Lesnar match.
Well,
Yeah, but even better.
yeah, even better.
Because it's R-Truth.
Can beat him up.
Moving swiftly on. Match number 4 of the overall show was the Bar against the New Day and the Usos in a triple threat tag team match for the SmackDown tag team
This
titles.
match was good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Tell us about it,
I
Alex.
say that sounds like it could be a good match.
It was actually good. I can't remember anything specific,
Fantastic.
but I remember looking
Elbow
at
drops.
spots thinking, I want to do that. So it must have been good.
Amazing.
The thing with these matches is how many times have like these three teams.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
this is the problem. I think that they should have kept the tag team division together, the cruiserweight division together, and the women's division together. Purely because there's no for field
Not
of
enough for them to go
competition.
around.
Well, sorry, but I mean the cruiserweight they have. That's not what I meant. They should have kept the tag team division and the women's division together because there's no depth of field in either. It's like you have a couple of top teams, like all 3 top teams from SmackDown were in that match, and look at the Raw
Well, the
tag
Good
team.
Brothers weren't in it.
The Bludgeon Brothers, you mean?
No, the Good Brothers.
Oh, the Good Brothers. Oh, Gals Hansen.
Are they
Are they on? I
added to the
thought
mix
are they
now?
on
Yeah.
Raw
No,
and SmackDown?
They're on
Oh,
SmackDown.
okay. Oh, okay, interesting.
Appeared, I think, on this week's episode.
They had a match
said
this
we
week.
haven't been on since August.
4 months they haven't been on SmackDown. And they
God.
lost. And Sanity came out and just like, oh, okay.
Sanity as well. I mean, there are some good teams underneath, which is positive. You know what I mean? But it's just a shame that Raw can't get it right either because I don't know what the fuck is going
I
on.
think Heavy Machinery will probably go to Raw then.
Probably they need the depth of field. But then look at AOP. What the fuck have they done since coming up?
Won the tag team titles.
Shut up.
Pissed himself.
Moving swiftly on.
The manager did an Alex.
Say what's up.
It's on the seat.
No, let's move swiftly back. That's the first time I've ever done that. Anyway, the next match, third match on the main card, was Braun Strowman against Baron Corbin in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. The one thing that didn't make sense to me was reading this card, the pacing seemed really off on some of these matches. Like this was a big match leading into this pay-per-view and had massive implications.
it was
and it was
weird.
on third.
Yeah.
Because there was no DQ, so so Strowman came out, but then apparently loads of other people came out.
That's why it was weird because
There was no DQ, was it?
I know, but it was just strange because then Balor came out and I was like, but Balor's got a match later on anyway. I would have rather have saved Balor. Do you know someone as big with such a presence as Balor does? Maybe to have not jobbers, but the lesser card who maybe wasn't booked to come out.
The rest of the mid card.
Yeah, but it was
Because
just
that
weird.
would lead into story, so he's keeping them down. So
Yeah.
they're gonna...
But I actually thought it would have been even funnier because obviously Braun was doing the arm gimmick. But I actually thought it would have been funnier if Braun could have beat Corbin clean.
With one arm.
That would have been even funnier. And even if it was a squash match, just straight away.
And it would have
One
put,
arm power slam. Do you know what I mean? That would have been funny.
Huge as well.
Yeah.
And it's the first ever time that a tables, ladders, and chairs match has been won via pinfall.
How was it normally one? ladder.
Well, it's normally like something
title.
suspended, like a title or a
Oh,
briefcase.
God, yeah.
So
Oh no, the
So it's a
TLC, the
one-on-one,
Shield
though,
one.
because I remember, Shield's debut was
TLC.
Oh, was it? Oh, there you
Your
go.
facts are wrong.
They are wrong. I'm not gonna lie, I made that off the top of my head because I'd never heard of that before.
I just made it up.
I am
I make
correct.
half of this. I make half of this show. People
The F
like,
is flat.
The stuff
all
out
right,
there,
Dan.
people.
All right, AJ, calm down.
The stuff out there.
The gay community.
Yeah, community. Next up was Natalia against Ruby Riott in a tables match.
This is where I started watching.
Okay.
Of all matches.
This match
You turn the TV on and Jim Nights on the TV like,
good.
yeah,
Really?
what the hell is going on here?
Natalia, they are pushing her, and I'm so glad because she's boss. But honest to God, this match was really good. Like,
Only since her dad died, though.
well, I know, yeah, but still.
You get what you're given, really, don't you?
Yeah.
Could be worse. Could
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie.
Again,
I'm not gonna lie. As soon as they started using, like,
Tamina's dad
they used his
died, but
death,
she didn't push him.
Yeah, because he's a
Well, because
murderer,
it's
Alex.
Yeah, because it's Tamina Snuka.
and it's Tamina. No, but it's like, but this is. I thought WWE were past this. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah,
past
it's a
using
No.
like dead relatives. as
I
part
just
of the
really-
storyline.
You
I
think
just
too
really
much
like-
of them if
No,
you
yeah.
think
Yeah, I know this is true.
I just really liked that Natalia came in as this proper red hot babyface where she was literally calling her like a bitch. She was going, you fucking bitch, like, and just slapping her around.
Fucking bitch. Fucking on. When was the last time the F word was dropped on the WWE?
Do you know, it was
Vince, yeah, Vince.
it was
When?
very sweary, this pay-per-view.
The lead up to WrestleMania 30 when Shane came back.
You
Yeah,
can't
exactly.
fucking. What,
You
do you
could've
drop
got
the F
fucked
word?
it up.
Can't wait to get fucking beaten again or something.
Oh, Vince, you legend.
I know Brock as well. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about your kids.
Yeah, okay, fuck.
Oh, he's a shit. I see
Shit,
shit
yeah.
in the air.
Amazing. Alex, you were saying this match was just really good.
It was. I liked the because I really thought that after the other two of the Riot Squad went through the table, I was like, right, okay, Natalia's obviously losing this, and then she won, and I was like, great.
Well,
I love a spanner in the works. I love it when I think what I know is
Plan
going to
comes
happen
together.
doesn't, because I always expect WWE to
do what?
what I think's
Swerve
going
it
to
for no
happen,
purpose, yeah.
and then they've swerved me. Good on them.
And so this
Swerved
they've
me as
double
well, because
swerved.
my
me.
predictions were all going right up until this point.
They were, you
It just
know,
went
they
downhill.
were, yeah, evidently.
fucking.
Because I got this one right.
You did.
Where's the tub of heroes? I want some chocolate.
Yeah, you can have them after we've done this friggin' pay-per-view.
Oh, sauce down.
Right.
So, next match was Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre, and I've heard this match was actually pretty good.
You should have said.
No, yeah.
McIntyre.
No.
Can I be really
apparently
honest?
it was just two guys beating 70 shades of shit out of
Ooh,
each
that
other.
was
For a
that.
Finn Balor match, it was okay.
Oh.
No, enough
They don't
high
have
spots.
they don't actually
enough
have
demon.
that much great in-ring chemistry as I expected. They had good in-ring
Is
chemistry.
it
but
their
wasn't as good
first?
as I
How many times have
expected.
these guys ever faced off though? Because
Yeah, but-
sometimes the first match can be dodgy.
It's the first time on pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think they've had a couple on Raw.
Okay.
Probably
50-50, obviously.
rubber band.
But yeah, it was nice to see Finn. It's nice to see Finn get the win though. He hasn't really been in the spotlight a lot, and getting a win, especially I think getting a win this time of the year, apart from one which I'll mention in a bit, but getting a win at this time of the year, going in towards the Rumble, is quite big because it's supposed to anyway.
Well, it's big enough for our truth, isn't it?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Especially, like-
instantly getting in is pretty good.
He's beat Drew, and he's like the next guy. So it's like,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's it's
Beat the guy who's took your spot. Basically.
so he's pretty much set for, and so it'd be nice to it could happen, but I don't think we're going to be treated with two amazing Rumble winners back to back, are we? We got Shinsuke this year, like right, that's you done for 3 years. You're not giving another one for another couple of years now. It'd be friggin' it'd be Corbin who wins this year's
Jinder
Rumble.
Mahal.
Remember Shinsuke? Remember him?
I
Vaguely.
feel like something really shit is going to happen at the Rumble.
At the Rumble, I know.
I feel like we're all going to be sat there going, for fuck's
Fuck's
sake.
Enzo
it's going to
returns.
happen. You've said it now.
And eliminates
next.
Carmella from the Rumble.
The only thing that can
It'll be
save
big
it
tough.
is the me music.
Oh, that's going to be amazing.
I forgot about that.
It's going to
We
be
should
amazing.
play it while the Rumble's on, when it gets to the point where there's like 20 men in the
Fucking
ring.
an hour.
Every
Because I like the commentary.
What about when someone comes running down
I
the
like
and
that.
then...
Like
not been
Byron
said.
Saxon.
For about 20 years.
No. Anyway, we'll We'll figure
Also,
some
David
hilarious way
Otunga's
to
back
use
on
it anyway. Anyway, oh yeah, Dave Otunga. What the fuck
He's
are they
back on
thinking?
SmackDown, lads.
What the fuck are they thinking? Dave Otunga. Surely there is a better fucking commentator in the entirety of the United States than David Otunga.
He's the only other person I felt like not sorry because his wife's cheated on him. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, yeah, I deserve it.
I'm surprised you're a boring cunt. Jesus.
Imagine if Bobby
Sounds
Banks
like you
just...
really feel, kid.
No, Bobby Banks just, yeah.
So I'm leaving you now, Dave. Yeah.
Oh,
Verdict.
okay.
Finish, it was boring.
Was it just a slam?
Pretty much, yeah. Half our spine buster.
Oh.
Brilliant.
But he had coffee, so...
Yeah, he had a nice mug, which was his face. So next up was Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton in a chairs match. I saw this on the card, and I was just like,
There's never,
Why?
what? What year is this?
there's never been a good chair.
Is this 06 again or something? 06, 05.
What
Orton
better
versus
Did Rey
Rey.
Mysterio have a tiny chair like Sheamus had his giant, or no, Big Show had a giant chair?
Sheamus.
Rey Mysterio
that
just
would've
the
been
plastic
well
one from
good.
here.
Find me
I
a
have
better
seen
way
one.
to put
I've
yourself
seen.
to sleep than watching Randy Orton.
Yeah,
True.
listen to David
I've seen
Otunga's
one.
conversation.
I've seen one spot from this. It was like a
Oh,
GIF
I mean.
thing. Yeah, it was the sliding. Used the chair as a surfboard and then slid out
Oh,
of the ring
really?
and then
Oh,
landed
nice.
onto Orton. It was quite cool. I think that's the thing I love about Rey Mysterio is that he's always innovative and always has something new to offer. Even in a match against Orton, who's probably worked a million times, it's still quite cool. And it's just nice to see
Why
Rey
is Orton
back.
still even a wrestler? I skipped this match.
Money.
I don't mind Orton, really.
Lately, he's been doing
The thing
good
is
stuff.
with Orton, it's like the
Jeff
whole thing
Hardy
with Jeff
too.
Hardy,
That
that was
was really
nice. It's like he's a little bit boring compared to modern standards, but he is a good wrestler.
He's so good.
He is a good wrestler.
He was peak in like 06, so let's just...
07.
go
His
with that.
heel
07.
Oh, yeah.
07, 08 and to 09 Orton.
Oh,
was
09 Orton was
phenomenal.
beautiful. Yeah.
It was amazing.
That
And he
was
so
when
should have
I
won.
was
But the thing
really
is,
into it.
but it was a classic case of Triple H beating Orton because Orton should have won that. Yeah, exactly. He should have won that match against Triple H.
By the way, we are
25.
like doing
Yeah, the shovel.
motions.
Shovel
No,
motion.
that's
We do that a lot on this podcast. Anyway, next match, 4 left on the card because there were 12 matches on this fucking show. Next up, we had Ronda Rousey defeating Nia Jax via submission. Obviously,
I wasn't asked.
That was
Really?
Yeah.
You love Ronda Rousey, don't you?
Can I
Alex?
just say, right, everyone was putting Ronda over going, she can even make a fat lump like Nia look good. Nia made fucking hair look good. Fuck off.
The other thing I remember from this match is I thought, like, Tamina is basically Nia's stunt double.
Yeah, she is.
Do you know what pissed me off? Nia is a massive girl, right? She broke Becky Lynch's nose and they're now making a gimmick out of it, right?
Yeah.
She's been Raw Women's Champion, like, do you know what I mean? Like, she won at WrestleMania, the Raw Women's Championship. So she's obviously a big name. They're obviously putting her over, pushing to the moon a little bit, considering she's not like the typical, like...
She's not like most girls.
She's not like most girls. She's not the typical female that
You only
WWE
take
like to
the stuff they're
push.
given.
Ronda was kicking out of all of her stuff at one.
yes, because like for everything
That's not believable.
you've just said, they're pushing Ronda Rousey times a million.
But that's not believable, though.
It's Ronda Rousey.
I don't know, I'd say I'd believe Ronda Rousey kicking out of
Nia Jax.
Nia
Oh,
Jax
yeah.
versus...
She's a
Nia Jax
UFC
being
fighter,
Raw
not
Women's
believable
Champion.
enough. This is where like they've kind of like the entirety of the wrestling world, including like with the immersion of strong style. That's the right word, isn't it?
Sure.
Yes.
Why not?
So with the
But she's not
With the
wrestling
immersion
like a
of-
UFC fighter.
no, but she has she has fought in UFC, and obviously like you're not going to come in and do this exact same style. That's not the point of. If she was going to do the exact same style, she'd have stayed in MMA. She's come to pro wrestling to be a pro wrestler and to do that. It's like a rugby player going from union to league. It's a different game. Like it's a little bit different. Well, not even that. It's more like a rugby player going off to play American football. You know what I mean? It's a similar sort of game, but your position and the fundamentals of the game are entirely different. You can be built exactly the same way, and you can have the same experience, and still do two things. It's like it's in that similar sort of bracket from doing it. So yeah, she may not be, like you're putting Nia over as this whole thing. I've worked myself into a fucking long rant here.
Shoot.
I don't know where to go from it. But like, do you get what I mean?
No.
That she's
Yeah, no.
Did that happen?
Do so, yeah.
a little bit. So it's like, you know, she's come in and like, so she's got that background already. So you compare, like, if say for example a prop forward from the NRL, which is like the hardest rugby league league in the world, it's in Australia, and a prop forward is like a big bulky guy, generally 6'2", well built, huge. He goes off and he plays.
And then
He then goes into the NFL,
the tiles.
right? And he's had 8 years experience. Is in his late 20s. He's in his late 20s, right? And then stop touching it, and you know it hurts.
That's just out of context.
So Josh keeps running. We have a massive light up Santa. I do. He has a massive light up Santa in the room, with it being Christmas, and Josh keeps putting his hand on it, and
It's really
obviously
hot.
roasting. As Candy will not demonstrate by holding his hand on it for quite a while. But yeah, so you know what I mean. So like, but he's got all that experience in that position in the NRL, and then he goes to the NFL and becomes a linebacker. Like, it's a different position, but the fundamentals of tackling people is still there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whereas you then take Ronda Rousey, who's been in the UFC and has been smashed and in the face millions of times, has been put in submission holds, legitimate submission holds. You then apply that experience to WWE. Like, taking a whack off Nia Jax isn't the same.
She still cried when she got
taking
beat twice.
Yeah, because it's emotion.
Storytelling, Alex.
Storytelling.
Selling.
Name of the game.
Selling, Alex.
Yeah, selling.
Yeah.
Something you wouldn't know anything about.
Yeah, neither would Ronda.
Evidently.
So your argument's invalid there.
What, you mean, hang on a minute. Did Ronda Rousey...
Was this whole argument Ronda not selling?
Well, you know when Ronda Rousey was in a match, was it...
Was this argument about Ronda not selling?
What
so
was...
what are we about now?
So, sorry, so the too long didn't read version of this, it is believable for her to kick out of a Nia pin.
Yes, without a doubt. And on the subject of Ronda not selling, what match was it that Ronda, she had a ribs injured? Was it against
I don't know.
Charlotte or something? No, it wasn't against Charlotte, it's not faced Charlotte yet.
She has.
I'll show you.
Survivor
it might have been.
No.
No, it wasn't Survivor Series.
It's WWE booking, strange.
It wasn't. No, it was Survivor Series. No, it was something. I can't remember when the match was. But she did a like a gut wrench powerbomb or something, and she landed flat on her stomach. And because her ribs were injured beforehand, she started selling the ribs because she landed on the ribs.
Was it against when she was against the Bellas?
Okay, what's that got to do with absolutely anything I've just said?
Because you said she didn't know how to sell, and she obviously does. So I was making that point.
I was on about her crying though.
She's still selling.
And you said it's selling. When
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but it's a real fight, so why do you need to sell in a real fight? Why does she need to sell in UFC? I was on about...
She's selling it after the match. Because it's emotional, and also because UFC... UFC is a massive word
You
as
know,
well.
selling is pretending to be hurt.
Yeah, but like... Well, yeah, but then in which case she was obviously hurt. UFC?
So what has that got to do with
Oh, I'll give up.
anything?
Moving on. So, the new Daniel Bryan against AJ Styles for the WWE... Are you alright over there, guys? Did we bore you to...
A little bit, yeah.
It was just like Dr. Phil's Instagram.
It's Gene Oakland. I said it's Mean Gene.
Incredible. Right, anyway, moving on. We have everyone back in the room, bringing everyone back.
Can we talk about TLC again?
Talking about TLC. So, Daniel Bryan against AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. This match was really long.
Yeah.
23:55.
Felt like an eternity.
Oh, really?
Is it really bad?
But it wasn't bad, it just
dragged.
Felt
yeah.
long.
I've heard good things about this as well. It was like something. It was like there was a lot of submission based stuff as well.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Tangling guys in nuts and other things. So yeah,
Dr. Phil. Nice little small package out of nowhere. False package.
a pulse package.
Was that the finish?
Yeah.
Was it? Oh,
Very
fuck.
nice. Daniel Bryan retains.
He's going to change the belt now,
And
isn't he?
yeah, apparently so. Although we'd have already seen it, wouldn't we?
Is it a more environmentally friendly?
Yeah, he
base?
said like, I'm going to
Yeah.
not use leather anymore.
Ah.
It's going to be faux leather, which
It's just
It's a replica.
I mean,
belt,
it's
but-
definitely going to be the same belt.
Yeah.
And he's just going to tell people that it's fake leather.
No, I want to like made a compost of like grass on it.
Yeah, but how is that going to get heat? Because think of all the vegans in the world that are going to go, oh.
No, I mean in the
I'd be
sense
happy.
that in the sense that he said he's going to change the belt, but then all he's going to do is just change the strap around it, so it's going to be the same design. So everyone, I would imagine when people say when you say, oh, I'm going to change the belt, everyone will thinking, oh, it's a new design, it's a new WWE title. That's cool because we haven't had one for a while because it's been the same fucking design since like 2013. So that in that sense, if that's what they do anyway, then it's just the same, exactly the same, but he's changed it to like a white strap or something, which would be cool as fuck.
Don't it look like the
But
women's?
they're not gonna. Oh, actually, yeah, so they can't do that.
And the content.
Maybe it'll be
Like
leopard
the
print.
greatest one.
Oh no, that's about skinning leopards.
Oh yeah, that would be the complete opposite. That's like even more on the nose. Oh well. Speaking of a white title that is for males, it's the Intercontinental title.
Now, when you mentioned
What's up?
pacing,
Yeah, exactly. So
Oh.
this was like death spot match apparently, and it was like considering how much they built this up as well.
Who was it?
Dean Ambrose and Seth
Oh,
Rollins.
that's the only match I've seen. Oh no.
It was very weird.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
I expected like really high
Brutal.
flying.
Yeah, like,
It should have been like a ladder or a TLC.
So
I suppose it was gonna be
this
TLC.
Why was this not TLC? But fucking
I think there should have been
Strowman
ladder at the
and
very
Corbin
least.
Yeah, I agree.
I like.
I think it should have been guitar on a pole.
I like winter pelts Arthur Morgan, Dean Ambrose. We've got
Babe,
now. Like,
yeah.
oh, the Borgline jackets. Like, oh,
Fucking
yeah.
air raid siren.
Ooh, I like that. Like, at least
It's the fact his team's the same, which is every now and
It
then.
annoys me as well. Like,
exactly.
It just gives me a fucking headache.
Right to centre.
Not like an annoying where I want to boo him. It just annoys me where I think, oh god, that's
It's like go away. It's like Stephanie
Yeah.
McMahon here, isn't
At
it?
first I was like,
Yeah.
oh, but now I'm like, you know what? Yeah, fine. I like this.
Oh,
It's
well.
like Hiroishi has an air raid siren. That's absolutely.
Yeah, but that's
Cesaro.
different though. That's really cool.
Jeff Jarrett.
I've interviewed him.
Whoa, have you
Put that
Kieran?
name off the floor. Sorry, Charlie.
Is that Kieran? Name dropping again?
Oh, yeah.
Me do that? What are you talking about?
I shook
Anyway,
hands with Zach Gibson once.
the what?
I shook hands with Zach Gibson once.
I was trained by him.
Oh, now look at
When?
I've had training sessions. He was like my first trainer when I started training.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, but Dean Ambrose is your new Intercontinental Champion. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Belting, but I think this comes in. I'll do that in a sec. It comes back into something I was saying. And anyway, main event time.
Jesus.
Fucking hell!
Sorry, I should also mention I'm partially deaf in one ear, so I actually have a elevation. How loud I'm being.
Kennedy!
Anyway,
Fucking love him.
your main event was for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. It was Becky Lynch defending against Charlotte Flair and Asuka. Pete. Okay, I thought you were like building up to say something. Yeah, apparently this match was
Right
really
for the
good.
main event.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
I
definitely.
think so.
Fucking the spot where Becky did like the leg drop off the ladder onto Charlotte
I've
and
seen
she
it.
just sat on it. Charlotte screams off. Fuck.
That was so funny.
So that's the most recent F-bomb
Oh, yeah.
dropped on WWE. Brilliant.
Ronda at the end, didn't she?
And then Ronda came out and interfered.
Becky Lynch was calling spots really loud. Bring it closer, bring it closer.
Yeah,
Did you hear
I've
that?
heard-
When she was
I've
about to throw
heard
her,
about
Asuka
that
was about
too.
to throw her onto the ladder. And all you can hear is Becky in the thickest Irish
Bring it
accent.
closer!
Get closer.
Wow.
What the fuck you doing? Charlotte.
So,
Fuck that shit.
so your new SmackDown Live Women's Champion is Asuka.
Good, I'm happy for that.
Absolutely right.
God for
right
that.
timing. I think because to have her in another Rumble, she can't. She'd like probably be favourite to win it again. So she's not going to be in it this time around.
I
And,
think
yeah.
Becky will win it and challenge Ronda for the main event.
Rumble.
You see.
I
You
reckon
see.
Becky will win the Rumble.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. That's what I said. I think
So
Becky,
we'll come on to
I think
Rumble.
Becky
And,
will win it.
I'll come on to Rumble predictions in just a sec. But yeah, so Asuka, rightly so, has had an amazing 2018.
Nice touch on the anniversary of the debut as well.
Oh, was it really?
Pretty nasty.
Oh, that's very nice. So 1 year in the making as
I
well.
also woke Mel up after she won.
Just to
she
tell
fell
her.
asleep and was just like.
Love it, brilliant. So that is TLC 2018 and our final review
My
of
favourite
2018.
part was when Superman flew all the Jews out of Egypt.
Brilliant. I really wish I'd have asked you that before, just to set you up for that, but never mind. Anyway, so one thing to end on just before we go, our early Rumble winner predictions. As you've already said, you think Becky's going to win.
Yeah, I think Becky.
See, I think because Ronda's
Becky.
Becky Lynch.
See, somehow, I think they're building towards a triple threat, so Becky, Charlotte and Ronda.
I think either Becky or Charlotte, because
So,
Charlotte
I
was in
think-
it last year.
So I think it's going to be something to do with, like, I don't know, maybe like Ronda eliminates the both of them at the same time. Like, comes out and specifically makes a point of, no, neither of you guys are good enough to face me type of thing.
I want it to be just Becky and Ronda at
Yeah.
Mania.
I think I need the triple threat.
No, the
No.
reason I'm saying this
If you can do fucking Nia Jax on a one-on-one, then you can
There wasn't a
do
Mania
Becky.
though.
yeah, but at
Exactly, so
Mania,
Becky can fucking...
Becky's the girl, right?
Yeah.
I agree with Kieran for once, because
Wow. Fucking hell.
No.
Jot it down in your diaries,
No,
folks.
it's in your diary.
Gyros, folks.
But it's
No,
also
because-
Oh my god, it's a pig flying.
I was saying this earlier. As good as Becky is at the minute, and as much as she's on fire at the minute, Charlotte is still the best. And if anyone should main event Mania, whether it's Ronda, Becky, Nia, Alexa, anyone, it should be Charlotte. Do you know what I mean? Like, she is the best female. You guaranteed a good match with Charlotte Flair in it, and a triple threat match. Every triple threat match I've seen Charlotte be in, even one where it was against like fucking Brie Bella and Paige, was good because she was carrying the match.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
2016 was a good year.
But yeah, no, I think I don't know who I'd pick for women's, to be fair, because it's because out of it now, if you think that if that's what they're building for between Ronda, Charlotte and Becky, then that takes those two out of the equation, and you've then got to think, all right, well, it's going to be someone who's challenging Asuka, and who, so you maybe Becky and
No, because wasn't Asuka
not
on
Becky.
Raw, and then she went
Yeah, she moved
Charlotte
that
and she
fast
challenged
way.
Yeah, no,
Charlotte.
this is what I mean. So it can be anyone, but
Yeah.
it's thinking about who's it going to be. You know what I mean? Maybe if they do Ember Moon and Asuka again at Mania this time,
Yeah.
That was a good match.
or maybe they have Bailey and Sasha and another triple threat.
But
Maybe.
did you see Naomi and Asuka? Apparently, I haven't seen the match, but everyone on Twitter was raving about it this morning.
Alright. Oh, yeah, no, I think I did see something about that. They were
I
good.
think that there's a thingy saying that they're ready to start pushing Naomi again, which I'd happily have, because Naomi and Asuka have quite good
Yeah.
matches whenever they face each
I like
other.
Naomi, but I don't know what it is about her.
I like Naomi,
Yeah,
but I
feel like
hate what she
Yeah.
does when she wins a belt. It's just like, what have you done to that title belt?
But I think for the men's, I'm going to say Seth Rollins.
So you're going with Seth.
Now you mentioned it, Seth, but then I
I
thought
think
maybe
his feud
Drew
will be finished.
McIntyre.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre.
I see. This is
I'll
why
go
I
with
think they've
Drew.
taken the belt off Seth. I think
Same.
Seth's going to win it as well. Like I mentioned about Finn before, and he's won now, maybe getting a decent push. But I genuinely think that Seth could be the one to go through.
I've seen people saying Dolph, and I'm like,
No.
Jesus Christ.
Oh good God, no, that would be the moment we're all sat there going, oh, for
fuck's
fuck's
sake.
I like Dolph. Fuck he's all.
About 6 years too late though for Dolph.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
is, yeah.
He's already been a 2-time world champion, and the highlight of his career was coming out and faking cash-ins. It became a meme. It was beautiful. There were beautiful days, and then like it was so worth it for that pop against Del Rio. But let's move on. Let's move on. Anyway, that is a wrap for our final FedWatch of 2018. We aren't done for the year though, because our next episode is the Marquis. Coming up in a couple of. That was on pitch. That was impressive. Well played, people. So we will see you for our final episode of 2018 in a couple of weeks with the Marquis. And we'll see you with FedWatch again in 2019. But until the Marquis, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy Crimble.
Happy Crimbo.
Feliz
Very battle.
Navidad.
Oh, fuck you guys.
Feliz Navidad.